Hi there. So today we're going to talk about how people deal with time. And when I say how people deal with time, you've got people that look at time in two different ways. There's what's called an in-time person and another person that's called a through-time person. And what I mean by that is some people see time very linearly, like out in front of them. Like if you say, if you were to tell me where time is, where's the past, where's the present, and where's the future? And they see it through time, through time. So they can see it as a timeline. And it could be that it's this way or whatever way, but they see the whole big picture. And that's someone who, they have a meeting in 15 minutes and you're someplace and they say, and maybe you understand this with your spouse or a loved one or a friend or a family member. This is the way that they respond. They're in the middle of something, you're having a very deep conversation, and they see their watch and they go, oh, I'm going to be late for an appointment. It's going to take me 12 minutes to get there. I need to be there 3 minutes early to get settled. I'm sorry. I have to leave. We'll have to continue this another time. Got to go. Bye. Okay. How many people have had somebody do that? That's called through time. They see the big picture. Now, there's a whole other different way of looking at time, and that's called looking in time. And an in time person, if you ask them, like a through time person, they see past, present, and future, and they see the whole big timeline laid out in front of them. If you ask a through time person, they're going to say, well, here's the present, the future's out in front of me, and the past is behind me, and I hardly even look that way. So wherever they're at, there they are. It's kind of the Buckaroo Banzai concept of looking at time. Wherever you're at, there you are, very in the moment. So here's the way that in time person might handle the situation before. So they look at their watch and they say, "Oh my goodness, I have an appointment in 15 minutes. We're in this very deep, important conversation with you," and they in their mind, they say, you know what? It's going to take me 12 minutes to get there. So I've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes rolls around. You're still caught up in the conversation, and it's actually even getting deeper. And they go, well, if I speed up a little bit, I might be able to cut off another couple of minutes. So they stay engaged in the conversation. And before you know it, it's like 2 minutes before they're supposed to be somewhere. They're going to be 10 minutes late, but they've made up this decision in their mind that, you know what, this important this is an important conversation I'm having right now. And the person will understand because I'm always there, or, they'll understand that I was in this deep conversation with you and it was really important. So they give and take and they weigh out levels of importance of time, and wherever they're at, there they are. So if you're a through time person and you see time linearly, and you're the person that's on the other side of that, and you're waiting for that person to show up, and you're going, "Gosh, we made an appointment. They said they would be here. They're not here. They're being disrespectful to me, and it's not right." And I completely agree with that. But the in time person will show up and go, "Hey, you know what? I'm really sorry. I was in this very deep conversation with this good friend of mine, or in a business situation, and I'm a few minutes late. I hope you understand." Now, an in time person with an in time person, no problem. They understand completely. A through time person with an in time person, and this person feels like you've personally said, well, your time is more important because whatever you're doing then at that moment was more important than meeting at the time that we agreed upon. Now the question is are both of these people right? Both of them wrong? One right, one wrong? I don't have an answer for that, to be honest with you. What I can tell you is, um, if you take it personally on either end, you're going to be hurt, and you're going to get your feelings hurt, and you're going to be upset. Now, in a business situation like showing up on time for work, if we do a hard and fast rule and say, hey, everybody has to be here on time, I get that. And if a person is struggling because they're an in time person and not a through time person, you might have to explain this to them and say, look, we made an agreement. You said you would show up on time. And when you don't, this is the effect. That means 10 minutes later, this person has to stay. They're still on the clock. You're not on the clock. It creates a lot of situations. And the reason I'm sharing this in this way is it's not personal. And so as a manager, As we've talked about before, it's 1% training, 99% reminding. And you don't think you should have to remind somebody about showing up at work on time. And just know that if you're a through time person, it is going to make you angry. It's going to piss you off. And that's not the intention of the other person. It's not personal. It's just that this is the way that they see time. And I personally am an in time person, and I've had to work hard at just saying, well, I'm going to show up an hour early for my meeting, and I make a an earlier just drop dead point of being someplace so that I'm always on time for business meetings. And in my personal life, sometimes this shows up, and it doesn't always turn out well. I can be honest with you. So if you're an in-time person watching this, understand that this is how through-time people see it, and it's really important. And if you're a through-time person watching this, recognize that when that person is being in time, it really isn't personal, even though it feels like it. So we can just understand a little bit more about how people deal with the concept of time. And if you have to lay down the law as a manager and somebody's showing up, that's what we've got to do. All right? So have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.